Today is an exciting day. I don't think there's no better feeling in the beginning of your colony's life than the moment when you decide they are prepared and ready to move into an ant nest. These little acrobat ants have been in my care for a few months now, and even though I am very patient because I've been around ants so long and know the process, it starts to get to that point when they're so close, yet you just want to put them in, but you know if you put them in too early, things could go wrong. And today's finally the magical day where we get to put these girls inside of my ANTICS Halo nest and give them the opportunity of seeing one of the first magical new Outworld upgrades that we have improvised at my ANTICS. I believe it's going to be a very fun video watching these girls move in, and it goes without saying that this video will take place throughout a couple of days. This won't be a 1-hour video. We're going to try to track them for the first couple days, see what they do, how they move in, if they move in, and we're going to see exactly how soon it takes them to discover the new magical Outworld, along with finding their place in the middle of the Halo nest. Before we plug in our colony, I want to congratulate the My ANTICS family for making it to 1,000 subscribers. This is an amazing milestone achievement that makes My ANTICS finally off of the beginner stage on YouTube and heading straight for the big leagues. This colony here of our acrobat ants is going to take the name 1K, meaning 1,000 subscribers later they came in with all of their magical beauty, might, and potential to be another amazing colony in the My ANTICS ant room. Alrighty guys, day 2 update on our acrobat heart-shaped gasters. Last night off camera I saw 2 or 3 of the workers in the outworld exploring. I saw them going back and forth in the tubes, laying down pheromones, and at the moment the queen is still in her initial test tube, though a lot of the workers are now in the nest. If we take a peek inside real quick, we'll notice that the middle is still empty, but they have found the initial heat source of where they're going to be getting a lot of their heat from, and the girls have discovered that it's the warmest place in the nest. This is a great step forward because initially they didn't really know exactly what the nest was about or where they're supposed to be, but now that they found the heat, they'll understand a little bit more at where they can put the brood and the best place for the queen, which is the middle. Keep you guys updated in a day 3 update coming shortly, or now in the editing. First things first, I found one of the little ladies in the honey I gave her. Even though I watered it down, it was still pretty dry and sticky this morning, so I'm glad I caught her when I did. I actually took her out of the honey with a poker, squirted her with some squirt bottle, got all the honey off her, then dried her off with the paper towel. At first I thought she was dead, but if you look a little closer, she's just weak from being in that honey for a long time. I think she's going to be just fine, and when she starts moving around, we'll throw her back in the outworld, or nest. Probably the nest would be a better idea. Moving on though, as we look into the outworld, we actually have a little girl digging herself into the protein. Let's get an angle from the top. So they have now discovered that the protein will be in the outworld, and that's where the offerings will be. So I'm glad to see that she's partaking. As we zoom out, look at that wonderful new outworld. Stuff is pretty cool, actually. I'm impressed with how well they came out. Moving on to the ANTICS Halo nest. Before we open it up, let's take a look at the test tube. On day 3, the queen and all of the brood have been moved in. There's just a couple of workers left, either getting a drink of water or just hanging out in their old stomping grounds. Very, very good things. Let's all wave and say hello to the little girls. Hey there, hello. How do you do, little girlies of the aunts? She doesn't like us talking to her. She's shy. She's like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm going inside. Well, surprise, because that's where we're going next. Alrighty, I got the light set up, and we are moving on in. Okay, so it looks like the queen have joined all of the other workers in that far corner we were talking about on day 2. I'm really glad that the queen moved in. That actually means a lot of process has been made when it comes to laying down pheromones. Along with them finding the heat and moving the queen in, soon they'll be able to find the moisture vents and find the middle between the heat and the moisture. What's best for the brood? Other than that, we do have workers running around the nest. As in tradition, we're starting to see little tidbits of either ant waste or trash. That means that they're really getting used to their new area. If we move a little closer by the test tube itself, you can see they're getting quite familiar with the area as well. They're now starting to go in and out of the tunnels. I put an empty test tube in here just so they realize that that will be a test tube port in the future. As of right now, I've seen a lot of the little ladies going over the moisture vents, so they do realize that there are points where more moisture is acquired than others. And more or less, they seem to be moving in good. Right now, it's a big nest, a lot of area to fill, and I believe over time they'll fill it quite quick. We'll wrap up this video now, and we'll be giving probably every other week updates on these ladies. I know I said I wanted to name them the 1K Colony, but if you guys have a better idea, perhaps it will be better if the community names them in honor of our 1,000 subscribers. So if you like the 1K Colony, definitely let me know in the comments. If you think it's kind of a dumb name and you have something that would better suit these ladies, then leave it down in the comments as well, and we'll debate it and see what sounds best. Ants live a long time, so the epic perfect name is definitely something that they need. Alrighty.